So, we're going to talk about how to make the ultimate solo counter Pokemon for Samurai. Super consistent, and you will die once during the raid, and that is it. Other than that, you will not be touched. So tonight, we're going to look at another Scarlet exclusive. We're going to talk about Fire-type Tauros. So let's take a look at how you're going to build this monster. So first thing you're going to need to do, obviously, is you're going to need to find yourself a Fire-type Tauros. Now, in Scarlet, which is the only place you're going to be able to find this is actually pretty easy. So what you're going to do is we are going to fly to Levincia South on this one. Okay? We're going to come just over the bridge over here, and we're going to set ourselves up a picnic. All right? Because we need to make a Fire-type encounter sandwich. We're going to pop in here. We're going to make ourselves a sandwich, and we are looking to make a pickle sandwich here. Okay, so if you have these, this is down to like number 20. That's all you need. This is going to give us Encounter Power Fire level 1, which for this is really all we need. So once we've done this, we can pack up our picnic. We're going to head out and we're going to go find ourselves some Tauros. You come over to Porto Marinata. This should make this a lot easier because these Tauros is everywhere over here. But even still, finding the Fire-type Tauros is going to be a pain. All right, so we found ourselves a big old cluster of Tauros over here. We're gonna run into the Fire-type one. Like I said, it's got the red streaks, it's got sharper horns on it. And then you're gonna have to catch this guy, which could be a pain. This guy's got the freaking legendary catch rate, man. I'm telling you. Hey, crit capture! Finally! All right, so there you go. You got yourself a Fire-type Tauros. And now it's time for everybody's least favorite part of this, which is EVs, IVs, and leveling. So I'll see you guys in a second. So once you have yourself a Fire-type Tauros, you're gonna go to your town of choice that has a Chansey supply in it so we can spend some money. Mine, as always, is going to be Levincia North, so I'll see you guys there. All right, so once you've made your way to Levincia North or whatever town you're going to, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our Fire-type Tauros is at the top of our party. We're going to go to our bag, we're going to go to other items, and we're going to use whatever we have to get this up to level 100. So I'm just going to use rare candies because I have a bunch of them left over. We're going to use these. Tauros is going to get to level 100. It's going to want to learn a bunch of moves. We really don't care. We're not going to learn any of them. All right, and once you've got your Tauros at level 100, you're going to hop on your ride Pokemon. Make your way down to Chansey Supply because it's time to spend some money. If you're in Chansey Supply, we're going to want to start a bulk buy because this build, we're going to need a lot of stuff. We're going to start off, we're going to make sure we have max EVs in our attack, so we want to make sure that we get 25 protein. We also want max EVs in our physical defense, so we're going to give ourselves 25 iron. And we also want to make sure that our Fire-type Tauros has an adamant nature, so we're going to come down here and grab ourselves an adamant mint as well. Once you've done that, you're going to hit the plus button, pay with cash, fork over 520,000 bokeh dollars, and then get ready to build this guy. So now that you have everything you need, let's put this together. Make sure Tauros is at the top of your party, go to your bag. We're going to start off in the other items tab. We're going to come all the way down. We're going to grab our adamant mint. Just like so. We're going to use this on our Fire-type Tauros. It's going to affect his stats. We really don't care. We're going to come back up to the top here, and we're going to start off with our protein. We're going to give our Tauros 25 protein. Just like so, not 26. We're going to give him 25. Then we're going to give him 25 iron. Just like so. And then once we've done that, we also need to dump some EVs into our HP. So we're going to give him 4 health feathers as well. There we go. So there's our 4 health feathers. And we also need to make sure that we finish topping off our attack and defense EVs. So we're going to give him 2 muscle feathers. And then we're going to give him 2 resist feathers as well. Just like so. And once you've done that, your Tauros is pretty well built and you should be ready to go. His ability does not need to be Intimidate. That is the next big thing that we need to talk about here. So we're going to come down, we're going to grab our ability capsule. We're going to use this on our Tauros. And we're going to make sure that he has the ability Anger Point. So once you have that done, your Tauros should be level 100. Fire Tera type. Hopefully, if it's not, get ready to use some shards. It should have max EVs in attack and defense, and its ability should be Anger Point with an adamant nature. Now that you've got that done, it's time to head to our favorite place, do some IV training. So let's get going. So once we're in Mount Everno, we're gonna come over here to our shady friend who does hyper training. We're gonna fork over some bottle caps. And we're gonna use them on our Fire-type Tauros. And for this one, we really don't care what we IV train, so we're just gonna go ahead and IV train all of the stats that we have. Just like so, we're gonna start our training. And there you go. With that, your Tauros is fully built and we're ready to start talking about moves. Okay, so for Tauros' moveset, you're gonna want it to look exactly like this. The first move we need is we need Tail Whip, which is a move that Tauros learns by level. So all you have to do is go back to Forgotten Moves on that one. Next, we need Sunny Day, which is the only move Tauros has here that he learns via TM. So make sure you have a TM ready for Sunny Day. After that, we need Raging Bull and Flare Blitz, which are both moves that Tauros learns via level as well. And with that, your moveset's done. We're ready to talk about our held item and then look at the strat for this. Let's get to it. And for our Tauros, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to want to make sure that our Tauros has the Shell Bell as the held item, and you're going to see why that is so important here in just a minute. So we're going to go to our other items. We're going to give him the Shell Bell, just like that. And once you're done, let's talk about how you use this guy. All right, so for Tauros, here's exactly how this works in a raid. You're gonna hop into a 7-star Samurott raid, and the very first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna use Tail Whip as many times as you can until Tauros gets knocked out. Yeah, you actually have to intentionally KO yourself on this one. Once you've done that, however, Samurott's shield should be up. As soon as you come back out, first thing you're gonna do is use Sunny Day to make the sunlight harsh, and after you've done that, you're gonna start spamming Raging Bull. Now, here's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna use Raging Bull. Raging Bull is gonna hit super hard, and then Samurott's gonna hit you, activate Anger Point, and as soon as Anger Point activates, your attack is going to be maxed for Tauros, meaning you're just gonna keep dealing super high amounts of damage. Shell Bell's gonna keep healing you, and trust me, when you see this, you're gonna know exactly why this is a solo build. Okay, so that's the strat for this one, and with that, here's what your Tauros should look like. Level 100, Fire Tera type, super important. Shell Bell is the held item. Max EVs in attack and defense. Anger Point is the ability. Moveset is Tail Whip, Sunny Day, Raging Bull, and Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is just there as a backup move. Adamant Nature, and the strat is use Tail Whip until you KO. Come back, use Sunny Day, use Raging Bull to deal damage, and as soon as you can Terastallize to Fire type, do it and absolutely destroy the 7-star Samurott. So, get out there, destroy this guy. Let's take a look at what this looks like in a raid. Oh, that's a good team too. Nice. All right, so we're gonna come in. Oh God, he's gonna use Focus Energy. We're gonna use Tail Whip. Doesn't matter how many times you use Tail Whip. We could get Tail Whip off once, we could get it off 3 times. Doesn't matter. Aqua Cutter, absurd amount of damage. And I mean absurd amount of damage. But look, Anger Point activates. Attack is maxed. He uses Bulldoze. Doesn't affect Corviknight. It's gonna affect me though. Takes me down to 8 HP. We're gonna come back in. We're gonna try and get off one more Tail Whip. Nope, he's gonna use Aqua Cutter. We KO. That's fine. We wanna get KO'd. Absolutely wanna get KO'd. Which is fine, because now Samurott's gonna put his shield up, and that's actually what we want. We want shield to go up. So the nice thing about this build is it doesn't matter if he cleanses or how many times he cleanses, because every time he cleanses, we're just gonna get it back as soon as he crits us. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so we come back in, look, we use Sunny Day. We get in, okay, just like so. Sunlight turned harsh, that's what we wanna see. Aqua Cutter. Super effective, but look, critical hit, doesn't do a whole lot. Anger Point, attack is maxed now. So now we're ready to go on the offensive and start doing Raging Bull. So we do Raging Bull, does good chip damage, takes away about half of his shield. Shell Bell takes us back up to max HP. He uses Drill Run, does a stupid amount of damage. That's fine, we really don't care. We come back in, use Raging Bull again. As soon as we come in and use Raging Bull, boom. 2 hits, shield is down. HP's back up to max. He uses Drill Run again, it hits, does about 100 points of damage. We come back in, we do Raging Bull for a 3rd time. Does a good chunk of damage. Now that he has no shield, we're doing some serious damage. He nullifies stat changes. That's fine. Our anger point is gone. He's gonna use sword stance. Oh dear lord. Okay, we're gonna terastalize, Raging Bull. Just like so. We're gonna come in any day now. There we go, now that that's done, we use Raging Bull. We hit, does a little bit of damage because anger point's not up. Uses Drill Run. It gets hard, we get hit hard, but that activates anger point one more time. Our attack is maxed. And now we do Raging Bull one more time. And as soon as we do Raging Bull, Samurott's done. This build is absolutely nuts, man. I mean, it is absolutely insane. You could go in every single time with this fire-type Tauros and solo this consistently with no issues whatsoever. Okay? So get out there, catch yourself a fire-type Tauros or find one that you could trade. Right? Make the build and destroy Samurott. Show him who's boss. Remember, I believe in you. You got this.